This is a way for YBI to not only raise funds for our organization, the main point of the fundraiser. We could do a fundraiser that is totally unrelated to our mission. This one happens to combine what we do at YBI in supporting entrepreneurs and small businesses with having fun and getting the community involved.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal.
So on June 5th, we have our annual YBI Shark Tank launch party. We're excited this year to be able to announce those sharks. The identities are being withheld until the launch party. It's one of the main purposes of the launch party. The other two being to recognize our early sponsors. And we have, of course, our title sponsor, Medical Mutual. We have Hometown, who is a perpetual sponsor every year, one of our great supporters. And we also, at that point, formally open the application process for businesses to apply to pitch at the main event, which will be on October 23rd this year. But we're excited for this year's crop of sharks. They are, or school of sharks. They come from some diverse backgrounds, and we're excited to share who they are with the community.
The companies range from tech-based startups to small businesses in the region. So there's not necessarily a specific industry or market vertical we're tapping. We're just asking that you apply, and the companies most qualified will be chosen. Those that are picked must work with me, and I will help them prepare a pitch deck. So there are all types of pitch decks that companies have throughout their cycle. There's sales pitch deck, there's technical decks, there's investor decks. This is a Shark Tank deck, a YBI Shark Tank deck. So those decks, I would say, are a simplified version of an investor deck. Some of our companies come in, they already have them. They've been there, done that. They know what they're doing. But usually I will work with them to kind of make it a little more compact, maybe a little easier to understand if you're not an investor, you're not in that typical industry. But all companies are required to meet with me a couple times, or one of our EIRs that work in our program, and we will help you get ready. Your confidence will come the more you practice in front of a camera. Pitching in front of an audience of 750 is a whole other ball game than pitching in front of one investor or one sales team. So practice makes perfect, and knowing your business inside and out. You need to know the financials. You need to know your long-term goal. You need to know your target customer. If it's tech and you are a software company, you need to understand how it works, or you need to have somebody on your team that understands the actual tech. I would say that is what I would tell anybody if they're going to apply. Just make sure you know those things. If you are not sure if you should apply, please do so. We want as many applications as possible. The worst that can happen is that we say no to Shark Tank, but you never know if there are other ways that YBI can help you launch your business. So apply. We want to see what you're doing.
This is a way for YBI to not only raise funds for our organization, the main point of the fundraiser. We could do a fundraiser that is totally unrelated to our mission. This one happens to combine what we do at YBI in supporting entrepreneurs and small businesses with having fun and getting the community involved. So it's very much a mission-driven fundraiser. It is our largest event that we have annually, and it allows us to engage with the most people throughout the community. Last year we had I think we had close to 720 people in attendance. Shark Tank has grown every year since we've started it, and we are so grateful for the community support. They wouldn't come to a boring event. So we always try to keep it going, keep it mixed up with something new every year. We are always looking for sponsors. YBI will famously or infamously take sponsors up into the last week before the event. but we would love for any sponsors, especially those who have sponsored in the past, we'd love to be able to recognize them more. So that's another reason that we have the launch party at the time of the year, the beginning of the summer, that we do have it. So we can recognize those early sponsors who have been engaged with YBI and YBI Shark Tank for years. More information is available on our website, ybi.org/Shark Tank. The launch party will be on Thursday, June 5th from 4 to 6 at Westside Bowl. We are having a theme this year of the Big Lebowski, Pins and Fins. YBI Shark Tank, the big event itself in October, is fun in its own way, but at YBI, we're quirky. We like to have different types of fun. The launch party allows us to have a theme every year. So the theme this year is Big Lebowski. We will be bowling. We will be having all the little things that you love about the Big Lebowski, the references we're tying in, and we're going to have White Russians. You can't have the Big Lebowski party without White Russians. And it's free for the community to attend, but we do ask that anyone who's coming register, again, ybi.org/Shark Tank.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Save, borrow, and invest with Farmers. Take heart knowing you're helping create a strong community. Mind your money at Farmers. Talk directly to local decision makers about your loans, investments, and insurance. Farmers. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal.